Oh yes, definitely it was one of the most unforgettable days in my life. The metamorphosis took place and I was almost reborn. And I'm very keen to share with you all. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It all happened a year back. Around 50 of us from my company Infosys, the managers, were invited on a specific day at a specific conference room at the Leadership Institute in Mysore, Infosys. At 9 a.m. on the designated day, we all assembled in the conference room. But there was something very funny on the front stage of the conference room. There was a table, the kind that you would find in an operating theater of a nursing home or a big hospital. And to add to that one, there was a surgeon standing next to the table, dressed up in the sterile gowns, the sterile mask over his nose and mouth, and a sterile cap on his head. And there were surgical instruments next to the table. I was sitting next to Kavita Rao, my old colleague and friend for long years, and whispered into her ears, something funny at the center stage, don't you think so? The surgeon, as though he heard us talking, because there was eerie silence in the room because of that funny thing there. And there was a person lying on the table, as though to be operated very soon. The surgeon raised his voice and said, Dr. Ravi Gorti, can you please come over here? Why of all the people me? I whispered to Kavita Rao. But I stood up and walked up to the surgeon, and as soon as I was getting nearer to the surgeon, I recognized behind the mask, surgical mask, is Dr. Timappa Hegde, the well-known neurological surgeon of Bangalore. I knew him for a while, so I greeted him very warmly. Good morning, Dr. Hegde. How do you do? He smiled at me and said, good morning, Dr. Gorti. The reason I called you here is very important. Can you recognize the person on the table? I barely turned to her and had a look at the person. And soon I recognized who it was. It was none other than my own colleague in my own department, a senior colleague of mine, lying on the table. I was a bit shocked and asked Dr. One, Doctor, what's the matter? Why is he there? He looked at me very seriously and said, you know, Dr. Ravi, Dr. Pasala is a well-known researcher in your team, but he has been stressed out at the office for the last 2 years. I have a suspicion that a part of his brain is damaged. Oh my God. Whatever kind of differences you have professionally in the office, at the heart of my heart, I respect Dr. Pasala as a very important researcher in my team. I turned to Dr. Hegde and said, this is really shocking for me. What do you want to do? Yeah, that's the reason I called you here. Can you please pick up those surgical instruments and chip off his skull and then see what part of his brain is damaged and remove it? This shock has gone off me. I looked at Kavita Rao and said, this must be the joke of the year. First, I can't say it loud. Turned to Dr. Hegde and said, I'm neither qualified nor skilled to do that. It's very unfortunate. He looked at me very seriously and asked me, do you know who the cause for that? A deluge of guilt overtook me. I know what all has happened in the last 3 years. But immediately I rose to my legs. On my feet, I told him, Doctor, it's never a fault from one side. He is equally to be blamed. I'm also equally stressed. Wait a second. I was exactly waiting to listen from you that. You are also stressed out. Do you want to be on that bed tomorrow? They are all delegates here. Do any of you want to be there on the table in the future? No, I'm sure. There are more than one way to de-stress in these days. And I'll tell you one thing today. over the next 60 minutes, a great day metamorphized the atmosphere. He took us through an extraordinary experience. And during that experience, I do not know exactly when, I lost consciousness. I went into a deep sleep. And in that sleep, God only knows when, God only knows how, God came and was sitting next to me. He put his hand next to me and said, Ravi, I'll tell you one important thing in life. Building trust is a very important aspect. When you have trust in others, you are very less stressed. And when others have trust in you, they are very quite less stressed. There are many ways you lose the trust. Day-to-day business. You are expected to do something, you give your word, you don't do it. Do you think people will trust you? You have a role to perform in Toastmasters. Either as a member or as an executive committee, you don't perform. Do you think people will trust you? You have a commitment, said or unsaid, to the clients, and you don't really meet up to the expectations that are set. Do you think they will trust you? Why people trust someone like Narayan Murthy? Because people like him take greatest pains and pleasures to maintain the bonds of trustworthiness. For him, that is more important than the bank account. But if you ask me seriously, the bank account grew 10,000 times more because he kept up those levels of trust. People find it very easy to work with you if you have the bondage of trust. It de-stresses you as well as de-stresses others. Dear Toastmasters, believe me, trust is very, very important in life to de-stress. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.